Hey guys,
Hey, what's going on?
not much. I just really spent the day in Trump's uh, Trump's America, in it,
Literally.
deep in it. I mean, second to Mar-a-Lago. I might as well have been at Mar-a-Lago today.
So I saw you posted an ocean view of a golf course.
Yeah, and everyone knows.
And I even asked right before I got here. I was like, I think I know where you were.
The thing that I didn't post, not on purpose, I just didn't get a good shot of it, but there's like the dead giveaway is there's just a massive American flag.
Yeah. I've driven by it. I've seen it.
But everyone knows when you're on that ocean, on the cliff with the golfing, it's Trump.
Yeah, because you weren't at Pebble Beach. So
right.
And you weren't traveling.
Right. And you can go to like Pelican Hill and stuff, but it's a little different. Trump is just on the water all day. You know, like you just zigzag in front of the water. Those other ones are kind of false advertising. You play not by the water all day and then you come out on one hole. That's like amazing. But anyway, Trump's America.
Yep.
I've said this before, I think. I don't know if on the pod, but like that the whole place is like a Trump museum.
Yeah.
You know, just all of his articles and all of his things. The pro
I've
shop.
been to a wedding there.
Right. So the pro shop, you know, a normal golf pro shop.
Went to the same wedding.
Yeah.
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 I think I've been to a birthday party there too.
Was the person who had the wedding a Trump person?
No.
Oh.
Like 15 years ago.
I noticed a lot of people just go there and walk around and stuff, like local people.
Yeah.
So anyway, the whole pro shop is MAGA hats and Trump head covers and just amazing merch. But here was the funny takeaway that I wanted to share with you guys is, so I've went there a million times. I've never really even heard any reference to Trump, funny enough. You know, it's not like there's a bunch of Trump fans or like whatever. It's just a normal place outside of the Trump Museum. So today we're on the turn, which is in between the 9th and 10th holes, halfway through the round. And there's always like a little snack area to get a protein bar, a soda, beer, whatever. So keep in mind, this area is just for that. Like there is a full restaurant there, but it's not this thing. And there was a couple of ladies there. I don't know. They didn't look like they were golfing, but they were just there. And the one lady said, Sir, can I please get a Chardonnay and some fancy thing from the like calamari or something from the restaurant? The restaurant's kind of far away. And the guy was like, oh, we don't do that. Like that's, you got to go up there out on the patio for it. And she was like, Mr. Trump would be very disappointed in this service.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what was the outcome?
It got a little heated. She got to yelling and I left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think if you had to predict, did she get the calamari and the Chardonnay?
I don't think so. It didn't seem, he was pretty, because she was just a random lady. Like she wasn't.
Yeah.
She wasn't Secretary of State.
Right. She wasn't fucking Robert F. Kennedy wasn't part of the cabinet. She was just some random lady who felt very empowered by the recent events. And yeah.
I have a big golf hang coming Tuesday.
Golf what?
Hang. I don't play.
Yeah, where are you going?
So Bel Air finally has the clubhouse ready.
Yeah. Finally.
I'm going Tuesday.
Yeah, you're the most
boots on the ground. I'm going after Eric and Brew play around.
Oh, nice.
That's
and
good.
Just meeting them for like lunch.
You're literally the most golfing non-golfer I know. You're the most MAGA Democrat I know. You're this
golf, crypto, MAGA.
Yeah.
Nicotine.
Do you even do the nicotine?
I've done it, but I'm not like doing it daily.
You're just making money off MAGA lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't participate.
Yeah.
I participate in crypto.
Yeah, crypto you got. But all the other things, you're the most, like you're way more connected in golf.
What do you think the conversation's going to be when I go to the clubhouse?
It better be exactly what I think it is.
Oh, we know what it's going to be.
Yeah. You don't know.
Because Bel Air is more liberal than Oasis.
Yeah, whatever.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It's over.
Yeah.
You have no idea what these people are saying.
Bel Air feels to me like probably the Biden voter 2020, Trump voter 2024.
Yeah. Or I would say Obama 12, Trump 24.
Yeah, but I would even say probably Biden. You know, there's so many people that...
No, they just couldn't tell you they voted for Trump in 20.
I mean, I saw Obama there.
Obama played this week.
Right. That's what makes me feel like But maybe they just don't like him. Maybe the members. You'll see. You'll read the room.
Yeah.
You'll see who the
He
people
did
are.
play there. So they welcome
he
him.
obviously plays
Of
there a
course, you're
lot.
going to let any president play. Or like,
Yeah.
And I heard the security's nuts when he's there.
of course,
It's bananas.
the president.
Yeah.
It has to be.
I saw it.
mean,
It's crazy.
all the presidents have that type of
Oh
security.
yeah, when you saw him on the course, right?
Yeah. Very close. And then all day he was like next to us. So like we'd be walking up one hole and he'd be walking down the other one right next to us. But he had a squad of
I'll
security.
get the locker room talk Tuesday.
Yeah.
Perfect for Wednesday's episode.
Yeah, that's my guess. My guess is newly Trump voter.
yeah.
Or newly allowed to say you did it.
Yeah.
I think that's more
Right.
in
Well, I
line.
mean, a lot more people voted for Trump, so there are a lot of new voters.
Right.
No, for sure. But I think people don't feel ashamed anymore.
Oh no one's ashamed.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe even they felt a little secretive on the actual election day, but now they're probably just can't wait to hang with the.
2016 was the shamed voter that voted him in.
Definitely. That
Yeah.
was like you were super, in LA, you were super radical
Yeah.
and you didn't really talk about it.
Yep.
But I bet now it's probably a Trump party in that place. Probably looks like fucking where I was today. That's amazing. So anyway, Trump country is alive and well, and it would appear that old, semi-wealthy white ladies are more optimistic than ever and more entitled than ever.
Yeah. Well,
Entitled's great.
Yeah, which is good for them. I mean, that's just a side effect.
yeah,
That's fine.
Fine. I don't care.
I
Doesn't
wish we
bother
knew
me.
if she got the calamari and Chardonnay.
I know, me too. Also, I don't know
I
what
don't
she would
think
be
she would've.
saying if Kamala won. I mean, she might be
She
worse.
still would have said Mr. Trump is disappointed.
Yeah, it might be worse.
Isn't it President Trump?
President-elect.
Yeah.
True.
but he
Well,
was
no, he's president. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
it's
president.
President
You're
Trump.
right.
That's just actually she's the disrespectful one.
She's disrespectful.
Yeah. Anyway, just a good, good Trump day.
Oh my God. It's so funny.
It's also funny because I will say I felt in up until a year ago, whenever I played at Trump, I felt a little,
Trumpy.
no, I felt a little like, I don't know if I
You're
should
cheating?
post this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if the people will be mad at me.
Yeah.
Today, I almost posted the American flag waving in the wind with the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, I literally had it ready to post.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's so good.
Anyway,
It's so good.
you want to talk about news?
yeah.
Okay, so you guys talked about this a little on Wednesday, apparently. I haven't talked with you about it at all, but the news sweeping the nation, especially huge on TikTok. I went on a
Huge.
deep dive.
Well,
on TikTok.
it's the perfect piece of content for
Yes.
TikTok. This is why TikTok is getting banned on January 19th.
Right, and this is why this is actually why I don't think it will, and I actually now hope it doesn't,
Yeah.
because the citizen journalism,
Yeah.
the way that TikTok, if you show even a little bit of interest in this topic, TikTok just gives you every view of it.
Certain things.
Well,
Chinese
true,
don't
true,
push the pedal on anything about them. You ain't
I
getting.
haven't
any
heard anything
ben-
about the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the
I
Uyghurs.
did search.
There's certain content
I actually
that
had-
will not get any play.
That's true.
I had a long conversation with our mom this past weekend about how no one believes anything in the news anymore, right?
Right.
Whether it's drones, Jay-Z, LeBron.
Right.
Those are the three things that have been bubbling in my social
Okay,
media
but
platform.
what don't people believe?
Everyone assumes Jay-Z raped a 13-year-old girl, which has been kind of proven that.
There is a pending lawsuit though.
But apparently there's inconsistencies with
Of course, it'll go to court and they'll
And then
disprove it.
LeBron just took a leave of absence and everyone just says,
No. Diddy
no.
party.
exactly.
He said ain't no party like a Diddy party, and then all of a sudden he steps down.
Well, the thing with the
Hey, two
problem
of the
is,
three of us have been to Diddy parties.
so
But I have said that
My
there
mom
is-
even said, "Didn't you go to a Diddy party?"
Yeah, but I never said there's no party like one. It was a fine party. It was totally.
here's the problem here's the thing is it's the reason why it's actually I think no one believes anything is not the right way to look at it. Jay-Z got hit with a lawsuit. Then the inconsistencies of the story came out, and it shifted the sentiment where everyone's like, oh, she's probably lying. So at least if not, maybe mainstream media would have just piled on him and canceled him. Right. So
don't you think the damage has already been done? Because
I don't
there's
think
plenty
so.
of people that are just like, okay, yeah, 13-year-old girl, Jay-Z.
The story that was given of the inconsistencies on national news now because they had to address it proves that like the case is not good. Right? Like, unless there's other details.
Why did LeBron get dragged into this?
No, but here's the thing is...
Because he said ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Okay, no. LeBron has not played or shown up. JJ Redick...
He's playing tonight.
Okay, where did
right
he go?
now.
I know, but as an NBA superstar, the NBA superstar, when you just disappear, that's a PR mistake by you. You could be like, hey, I need to heal my ankle. Or I need to get my mind right.
Yeah,
whatever.
I need to be with my family, whatever.
That's his fault.
He should have communicated.
So
I agree.
So that's my point. Is like, it's not no one believes anything. Is you have to be more prepared to deliver information in a more, I don't know, comprehensive way. Not let the media just do whatever the fuck they want.
It's not even the media anymore.
No, that's
it's
what I'm
TikTok.
saying. That's my point. Is that
like the NBC and CNN aren't talking about LeBron's absent. It's
because they're not
TikTok
allowed
guys
to-
saying like, "Oh, what happened to LeBron?"
The problem is they've been right so many times. I think it's what's safe to say to your point on it is
they question
skepticism
everything.
is at all time high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skepticism.
Like I think people are just
given what's happened, like COVID and vaccines and things like that.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone's going to be skeptical. Why should we believe anything at this point?
That's my original
But
point.
my point is you have to question it. And so whoever is giving you the information, they just need to, if you tell people, LeBron goes, I need a week to fucking relax.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out. I can't do this. People will be like, all right, you're LeBron, go take a week off.
Right.
He may have just been stressed out or whatever. It could have been the most basic thing. But when you don't, in this day and age, you have to over communicate.
But doesn't it seem a little like suspect?
It is.
Like anytime a CEO steps down out of nowhere, we all say he was on Epstein Island.
Yes.
I'm just saying it. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying what he took a break from social media.
Yes.
He took maybe what I think it is, honestly, my not even conspiracy theory, is I think between the Diddy thing and the political stuff, I think that he is just getting like
Hammered.
flooded
Yeah.
with
DMs and
just hate.
yeah.
And I think he's probably like kind of like fuck this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably just over it and needs a break.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense because I think between the combination of, like to your point on politics was one, and then Diddy thing, and then his son, which is like a controversial thing for a lot of diehard sports fan.
Right.
It's clearly like, I'm sure when you wake up in the morning and you're LeBron and you turn on social media, it must be insane what's in your DMs.
Yeah, I think the son is the reason why he stopped social media because he was probably getting so much hate.
Yeah.
But he got kind of the triple whammy. I mean, that soundbite of ain't no party like a Diddy party just happens to be really unfortunate.
But how many celebrities have said that?
No, I know it's just the fact that he said it into the camera. It's just unfortunate. I'm not saying he did anything at
But
all.
there's not that many celebrities in America bigger than LeBron.
Or saying it on camera.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Saying
Everyone
it on
else
camera
who's-
to Diddy.
Everyone, J-Lo, Jay-Z, they're all getting attacked. They all, anyone.
It's just you don't have
for
that
someone
soundbite.
like Jay-Z, the NFL already stood up and said, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, we're backing you.
Yeah, but NFL, what does that mean?
Well, they said we're waiting to get
coordinate
more.
the halftime show.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't mean anything.
Right.
I'm just curious, do people distance themselves from Jay-Z?
I think until
Famous
there's a
people.
finale.
If he wins, then everything's normal.
Got it.
But I think until then,
Like, does Michael Rubin still fuck with Jay-Z?
yeah, he does.
Privately, yeah,
he
of
does.
course.
Privately, but like, is he going to post a pic in the next month?
No, it's not worth it for him. He runs a $20 billion company. He can't.
I'll give you an example of a thing that to me is just a little moment that is significant. Is sorry for my ignorance here, but the show with Shaq and Charles Barkley and the
NBA Inside on TNT.
right. Did you see that clip?
Yeah,
that's what we
where
were
Kenny
talking about.
said, "Yeah, he's like, probably not a good time right now." Like, just even that is
And
like,
that's
oh
what I
shit!
said on
you're
the last
starting to-
episode. I
right.
was like, the fact that, because they're around the same age. This is what I said on the last episode.
Yeah.
Shaq, Kenny,
Yeah.
Charles. And they even said like, yo, we need to chill out on
Yeah,
this.
I think he's got to lay low until this is solved. But I think once
and
it's
those
solved,
guys are so famous.
yeah. And it's also just to me, as you can see when like public sentiment starts to change. Like nobody said a bad word about Puff 3 months ago or however long ago, 6 months ago. And now he is the butt of every single joke. No pun intended.
Lots of butts.
He's the,
Yeah, even Jamie Foxx. Did you watch the special?
I didn't know.
I've watched like half of it.
Yep.
And he references like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is. But
and he claims that he was poisoned by Diddy.
Yeah.
and was that a joke? I saw the writing, but did he say it in the thing?
So I've only watched half the special, so I can't speak to all of it. But Rogan said
Yeah.
that Jamie Foxx claims he was poisoned by Diddy.
Yeah, I think it was a joke.
That's what caused the stroke.
Yeah. I think it was
Which
a
is
joke.
insane.
I know. But you'll have to see in the special. I think judging from what I've seen now, I think it was a joke he made in the special that was clearly not. He wasn't being serious.
So the special, the parts that I've seen was just kind of sad. He wasn't even
I
doing
know.
comedy.
That's why I turned it off. I started it and I turned it off.
Yeah, he wasn't doing comedy. He was just like in tears about his life and what's happened. And
I mean, we've all been to parties where Jamie Foxx took over the microphone and it literally kind of felt like Netflix just paid him $10 million to do that. Like it just felt like, hey, I'm just famous and like I'm going to dance a little, sing a little, cry a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. I turned it off. But anyway, let's get back to the topic.
Yes, drones.
Fucking drones. Let me tell you one piece of good news I just thought of. I don't know if you guys know or have a theory. I'm a little out of touch as of the last 2 days, but of where the drones are coming from. But the fact that they're all over TikTok at least makes me believe they're not from China.
That's true.
Oh,
That's a good conspiracy.
it's a good point.
China.
I didn't think of
So
that.
it seems from my
investigation.
conspiracy content that I've been served,
Yeah.
they are American drones.
Yeah.
They are the latest I read today was they detect nuclear activity, radiation.
Nuclear sniffers is what they call them.
Yes, and that some weapons were left behind. I don't know, some crazy
But
fucking
here's my
story.
point.
Then it gets weird.
Yeah.
This is my exact point that I was talking about earlier.
Right.
Okay, because
We have no idea. We
I know,
don't even
but-
know what to believe.
Right. Because
I
here's
know,
to
but
Dee's
here's-
point.
No, we have to question it.
But to Dee's point is why the fuck wouldn't the White House be like, hey guys,
You know why?
this is what it is. Why'd they LeBron
Because exactly.
is LeBron James the fucking press secretary?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just fucking, I'm taking a break for a little while. I'm not going to say much.
Yeah. Just disappear. JJ Redick, do you know where LeBron is? No. The coach.
And
And your
meanwhile,
homie.
there's drones every night in New Jersey.
And nobody's
It's actually in multiple
senators
states
are
now.
talking about it. Yeah,
Multiple
I saw
states.
some in California. I don't know if it's so now the whole country's out at night fucking looking for drones, and the White House is just silent.
Yeah. The drones now scare the fuck out of me. Last week, I thought it was just kids fucking around. Now I'm like terrified.
What's
I mean,
your
the
fear,
airport
though?
was shut down. New York shut down for a few hours.
But like SeaTac, or no, not SeaTac, like a little airport, right?
Yeah.
What's your fear?
My fear.
You think it's aliens or nuclear?
Or Iran?
No, I'm worried about that. Like somewhere in that ocean, some fucked up shit happened, and they just realized they like left a nuclear weapon in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, and they're looking for it.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, the Occam's razor, it's nothing.
but even let
Why?
me just ask you for Occam, what is nothing? What is nothing?
Just a bunch of kids fucking flying
No,
drones.
the drones are not. They're not. That theory is definitely out the window when you see what they're capable of doing. Kids don't have that equipment.
When you say it's just like probably like government or like a military or law enforcement, probably.
The other
Probably.
theory I saw was
Like in
it's
Beverly Hills, there's
drone-
drones 24/7.
Right.
It's drone
You should film
training.
one tonight and make a TikTok.
Yeah,
Someone
I could
said
probably
drone
say
training.
it's a UFO.
The other fear was that, yeah, I mean, I think drone training could be the most likely.
They have American. One thing that I saw is they have American. There's a specific like green, red, and white light signature that is
I believe they're American.
FAA
I believe
United States.
I believe they're American.
But you just think probably we're out there sniffing for a lost nuke.
Yeah,
Something
because
shady
like
just-
drone
yeah.
training off the coast of New Jersey is just an odd place.
What I don't get is this shit is so easy
Yeah,
to just. Why don't you say something?
yeah.
Even if
We're
you're-
running a training exercise, coast of New Jersey. If you guys want to sit and watch it, feel free to watch it.
I'll be honest. The fact that they didn't say anything makes me feel like it's nothing. Because if it was serious, they would have had a lie already.
No, I think they're trying to. It's so hard to lie in this era.
But you can just say what you just said. We're doing some drone training exercises. Feel free to watch. It's really awesome. United States military, hoorah.
But the problem is they're really looking for nuclear radiation or whatever, and you don't want to watch.
You don't say that. Right. Well, they're going to watch anyway. They're out there because now this is what's so crazy, interesting about content that I've also realized is like, well, we've talked about it a lot. Once you have a hot topic that everyone knows if you get a drone video, it's going to go viral.
Yeah.
So everyone's trying to make drone videos.
Yeah.
And there's probably people out tonight faking it just to get views.
Yeah.
So like this thing's just gonna, why wouldn't you just say?
Yeah, I think in this TikTok era of when information comes out or news comes out, whether it's a corporation, a human, a politician, a celebrity, you have to over communicate early and upfront.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to let the narrative of the internet hijack.
Did you guys listen to Keith Brabois on All In?
Yeah. Half.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of it.
So he's saying the exact same thing we've been saying for 4 years. TikTok absolutely needs to be banned.
Right.
And he's pretty confident it's as soon as Trump gets in, it's over.
So I read a pretty like an objective article who was a lawyer, ex-attorney general, that basically was breaking down the case that it would be pretty fucking impossible for TikTok to stay. That if the Supreme Court's conservative.
Well, we've already know it's been publicly reported that everything that was so obvious that the Chinese are watching everything.
Yes,
that Americans are doing.
Here's my question: don't you think like it's too much money to just eviscerate?
But
it's
money
not
for
our money.
who? It's
I know,
ByteDance.
but like, don't you like in theory, China could make a bunch of money and keep some shady connections and get the like. Do you think they're going to just?
I think it's a prepare for the ban.
I don't think. No, I'm prepared. I just don't think it's going to happen.
So if you're a brand, if you're
personal content, I don't know where you're going to get these videos from, but it is getting.
I'm not worried because it just crushes our competition, and we have Instagram too. So I'm not. I'm actually. It would be kind of.
If you're
nice.
a brand, you need to start weaning off the cocaine of TikTok.
So here's
the only people making any progress on us or threatening us at all with marketing is on TikTok.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would kind of like it. So I just don't think they're going to
you
step away.
Besides just TikTok being clearly just a huge information leak into the Chinese government, that's number one. Number two, it's harmful to society, which a lot of things are. So you can make that argument that it's okay.
The only reason why I'm like convinced it's done is Keith has a direct line to Thiel, Elon, all these guys.
Those guys all want it banned.
Yeah.
Why
so
would
my
China
point is,
just
even though we've been screaming from the mountaintop for 4 years, we don't have a direct voice to the White House.
Right.
They do.
For the record, I hope
it's with them at the conference.
Listen, Brenda, who ordered the fucking caviar.
I think I understand. It does seem like I honestly think it needs to get banned to wake people up that you cannot just do whatever the fuck you want. It's the same reason why a lot of people felt Trump's election was very important for democracy.
Right.
I think we have to set some ground rules.
You mean other countries like doing business here? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like it's just we have been taken advantage of as a country.
And it's so stupid. Like on top of it, TikTok directly affects American companies, Google, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. What's the benefit to us?
Why would we want it?
Yeah. I mean, look, for the record, I hope that it gets banned. I think it should get banned. I'm just saying.
You're going to be sad.
No. Well, yeah, actually, I will.
For your personal content, you'll be sad.
For my content viewing.
Yes,
when I'm in that fucking sauna every night, I'm on TikTok for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just learning about drones and what LeBron's up to and Diddy parties. But anyway, in all seriousness, I just can't see something that valuable but it's not
valuable
away.
To us.
I know, but even to China, like why would they do it?
It's a new regime, right?
Here.
This administration is just swinging for the fences.
But think about like China's like negotiating. They have so much at stake to keep that thing going here.
Of course they do, but this is a leverage play.
I mean, think about it. Maybe in Xi Jinping's point of view, okay, ban TikTok, give me something else.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Or
I mean,
keep
What the
TikTok.
fuck does he care if TikTok is still around?
Or keep TikTok. I'll give you something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
but the thing is from what I read, Trump doesn't have that much power in reinstating the company. It does have to go through Congress, and like it's not
I'm
an
saying
easy.
they could do a sale.
no,
Yes.
but
I'm just saying, look, do you agree that Xi and China and ByteDance are smart business people?
of course.
Not
But-
China.
but
China
they've already
torpedoed
lied.
their whole country.
They've already
Sure.
lied. They
But-
said the data centers were in Texas, and then they realized everything was going to China.
I'm just saying it would be the world's dumbest business move to just say, okay, then we'll shut it down.
Kodak
Honestly-
invented like the digital camera, and
I mean, if you
They
think
just
about it,
looked at it, right.
I think with the people that are involved now in the administration, they're going to make sweeping
Think about
decisions.
it. His number one supporter has a competitive platform with
There are
X.
so many.
X is competitive to TikTok.
And Zuck
Zuck gives
donated
money.
money.
Jeff Bezos wants TikTok.
Jeff
gone.
Bezos gave money.
Yes.
And then Sam Altman gave money.
All of them want TikTok gone.
Here's if I had to guess, if I had to make a prediction, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying there will be some sort of sale or deal worked out. That's what I think.
I think
now that you actually have tech guys involved, they're going to be like, that's bullshit. China still owns it.
So the only
It would just
thing,
be crazy if that shit went away.
Oh,
It's
the-
like a whole generation's number one,
yeah.
like way beyond Instagram.
I mean,
or
if you think
anything.
about
So the only thing going for TikTok is one of the single largest donors to Trump's campaign was the founder of Susquehanna, the fund, who's the largest shareholder in TikTok.
Okay. I know the fund, but I don't know who that person is.
Yeah,
Think about the money all those people are gonna lose.
He's accumulated a shitload of ByteDance stock worth like 10 billion or 20
Yeah.
billion.
So ByteDance, for reference, is I think valued privately at 350 billion.
Yeah. And this guy has like a huge position in it. So he's been donating to get presidency.
Who has
I wonder what
more,
percentage.
Who has more influence, Elon
or that guy?
or that guy?
Yeah.
That's why
mean,
I
it's pretty
think, I
obvious.
just also think like Elon obviously knows all of those guys. There's so many business
And Elon
men.
needs China too.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many businessmen with
So, yeah.
intertwined needs
Yeah.
that I think something like what is of the 350 billion that ByteDance is worth, what percentage of that is US TikTok?
It's, I mean, all of it.
All of it. So
Yeah.
like
The
there's
rest of the
so
company's
many
useless.
people that I just can't see them being like, you know what? It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know.
It is a very large sum of money. And so
That's just
I
my
don't understand
prediction.
why have they not been prepping for a private sale this entire time? What the fuck was that CEO doing?
They probably just thought for sure they could beat it.
Yeah, I think once Trump threatened, remember, I think it was his last year,
Yeah.
and then it never happened.
Yeah.
They just got comfortable.
Yeah. And plus Biden and Kamala probably just didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I mean, if you think about even the stuff that is being leaked about what the U.S. government's going to do about crypto, that's like transformational shit. They're doing things that never would have been expected.
That's why it's
That's why I think it's easy to
ban
assume
it.
that TikTok gets banned.
I just can't picture the
So
day when
here-
it's just gone.
What's more shocking, that the U.S. has a Bitcoin reserve or TikTok gets banned?
Right. I agree with you. Look, I agree with you. And I think that for our security, and I do think personally for me strategically, it would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck that. I'm kind of joking, but for U.S. security, I think it's an absolute joke that this thing even exists.
I think for US businesses, I know so many people have benefited from TikTok, small businesses particularly, but a lot of small businesses have been hurt because of TikTok. There's no copyright protection.
Right.
There's constant trademark infringement.
Oh, TikTok
It is-
shop is.
It's fraud.
And also disinformation.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason we're even talking about Jay-Z and LeBron is because of TikTok. I don't see it anywhere else.
But I'll tell you where I first heard about, some puffy questions. TikTok.
So one
Yeah.
of three is true.
Drones.
Yeah.
2. I'm just fascinated by the issue because it looks now, as of now, it's supposed to, upheld the ruling.
Yeah.
When's it supposed to be?
I think January.
I think as soon as the administration comes, it's a wrap.
I think
especially because you have Elon, you have Sachs, you have Thiel, you have all these guys.
And they are so America first. Just the ideology of someone stealing your information,
and they know it better than anyone.
Yeah, as objective, and they know Elon went into X.
Thiel was on the board of Facebook.
Yeah,
he's still on the board of Facebook.
Yeah,
plus they also like intimately know what their own apps and products can do. They're like, yo,
yeah,
we can see everything.
Yeah,
just
so you know.
Just to backtrack on the All In episode, I didn't know there's so much Apple hate. Did you listen to this?
No, I didn't listen.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I had no idea that everyone hates Apple now.
Well, they are like,
I think
the update software, even Amanda was telling me it's the worst thing ever. And they just said like they've ruined the product.
And they also said that like there was a standard.
I'm not like, I do basic stuff on my phone. So I'm not like really.
I think there's like a debate going on, especially like I even think when Warren Buffett sold all that stock, and like I think there's a debate of like, is Apple at its peak, of like how many more movies and shows and services can you sell? They've sort of lost that like edge that Steve Jobs and Johnny Ive upheld of like creative quality.
Yeah.
And is it just
and innovation broadly, right? Like they just they're doing just enough.
And also
they're just extracting more cash from the user.
Yeah, which is
that eventually ends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now they kind of have like in America, like a pretty monopolistic.
Because it was actually like a very contrasting. So we were in Palm Springs this weekend, so I had a lot of downtime to listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And then I heard Satya, CEO of Microsoft.
Yeah, I've been listening to that
on Gerstner and Bill Gurley's pod, and the way he maneuvered the company, is so different than the way Apple has maneuvered in the last 10 years.
Well, different types of leadership,
and neither were founders, right? Tim Cook's not a founder; he's not a founder.
Yeah, and
it sounds like losing Johnny Ive was pretty devastating.
But I think about it like very like if you were to. The big difference between the two people, there were some like pretty big bets Satya made that changed the course of that company. Even now, just recently with OpenAI, like he made a big bet and he was right.
But even cloud.
Yeah, even
that's
cloud,
what he said. He's like, they basically said on the pod to him that you're basically on your last trick.
Yeah.
And his last trick was cloud.
Right. Yeah.
And it worked.
But think about it from Apple's perspective. What has Apple, they were talking about Apple Car, never came. Yeah. What did we really get? The morning show?
Great show.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's a good show.
We really have gotten
they spend more money than anyone on those shows.
The shows. They spent money on shows. Who gives a fuck about shows?
Right. They just have people locked in.
Yeah. But Apple TV, like even think about it like this. Google, as like sleepy of a company everyone thinks they are,
right?
Waymo's gonna fucking win. Waymo's everywhere.
See fucking 10 of those things every day.
It has exploded in LA. Everyone's Waymo every 5 feet. When I went for a run yesterday, I must have 5 Waymos.
Yep. There's so many
right by me.
Yeah,
and so I think like
even Santa Monica, Venice, West Hollywood, it's everywhere.
Even YouTube TV. Look at the way Apple approached television and entertainment, and look how YouTube approached it. YouTube TV is such a fucking good experience. So much better than I have everything. Yeah. Spectrum, this, that, YouTube TV. I never go on anything but YouTube TV now. Yeah. It is a better experience.
Me too. That's how I do.
I'm just shocked. Like Google's out there, then whatever they did with the quantum computing, I don't even know what that means. Yeah. But it sounds like it's some big stuff.
Yeah.
They have YouTube is innovative. Like they're just going at a pace that's like way more exciting than what Apple's doing. Apple's not giving us anything.
No, they aren't. Right. And even on the Satya podcast, the number of times they mentioned Mustafa, who we got to spend a little time on. I know you know him obviously better than I do.
Yeah.
Who basically is running the AI now at Microsoft.
Yeah.
It seems like they're onto something that Apple's
he
not.
even said it on the podcast. He's like, we have the lead. We have the lead right now. It doesn't mean it's forever.
But they also said Google has been working on this forever.
Yeah.
And he said, we've been working on it forever too.
Yeah. That's my point, is that like Google and Microsoft are showing like, what the fuck have you been doing with all that cash? Like even with Meta, like I really hope Zuckerberg stops this Reality Labs thing. Oculus, Schmoculus.
Right. I mean, he just posted some fighter.
He's obsessed.
Who's the guy?
I didn't see.
I saw him with gloves.
What is this? Oh, it's Oculus?
On Oculus?
No, on Instagram.
No, but is it about Oculus?
No, I'm just saying he's posting MMA.
Okay, I'd rather him I'm okay with that. I'm more like he can make such mega investments in AI that will change the way social media.
Sure he is.
I believe it. But then he's also, like, in my opinion, just drowning in this Reality Lab stuff. What is happening there?
I think he's like,
Who's this guy?
I got a Quest.
Max Holloway.
Is he a big deal?
Yeah. I mean, he's not, you know.
I got a Quest and I put it on. Someone gave it to me.
Yep.
It's cool. It's one of those things like the Vision Pro. Oh, that's what Apple gave us. The Vision Pro.
That
just tells you they have no idea what's going on.
That was a bomb.
Vision Pro's over.
Done.
Yeah.
Zero.
No one bought it.
This Christmas, 0 people are buying.
Zero. Didn't they already discontinue production?
They should toss them. They should come to Ghost.
Yeah, but they will.
Can you even sell it?
Vision Pro? Yeah, for $50.
What is it? Retail? 1,000?
I
3,000?
thought it was like $3,500
yeah,
or something.
for $50 we could sell it. $100. That's
it's also, I think that like Apple always won. The one thing they had on all those companies was design.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they lost that as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no significant update in. But you know, they changed the cable, the lightning cable. Right. That probably got them $200 billion.
Right. Yeah,
because they'll have to go buy. It's a disappointing company given what they created. They created this whole everything.
Yeah,
they had everything.
Yeah,
and they had everyone locked in.
Yeah,
and you had the premium customer because how expensive it was.
Yeah. But just think about it. How much benefit did Google get because of the iPhone? How much benefit did Microsoft get because of the iPhone? How much benefit did the entire technology industry get because of the iPhone?
Right.
Tim Cook did show up at Mar-a-Lago, so maybe he's trying to...
He's trying to ban TikTok.
Finagle.
Maybe he'll buy it.
They should let him buy it. Throw them a bone.
I just don't think you could separate church and state. Like, I don't believe, and I know Elon and them they'll all say, like, we don't believe it.
Yeah.
When they've had debates about it and stuff before, was Sachs anti-TikTok?
Yes.
Right, they're fucked. I just don't think we'll see, whatever.
I know it's going to be sad for the youth.
But I think
it's
all
just
the
more
young
dancing
value.
just stop.
No.
Did people just start dancing?
Yeah, they stopped dancing.
It's like Footloose. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Where they just don't dance.
It's over,
they got banned.
The day that music died.
To be honest, like all the so like in 2020 during COVID 21, I was on TikTok all the time. I don't even see those stars anymore.
Yeah, they've graduated. They're older. It's always new young.
Who are they though? I mean,
like I don't see Noah Beck. I don't see.
Oh yeah. I don't know what happened to
what's
Noah
the other
Beck.
dude? Bryce Hall. I don't see any of them.
Yeah, Bryce Hall's just like fighting people every now and then. He claims he makes a lot of
Josh
money on
Richards
Snapchat.
got the Barstool layup.
Right. Yeah. Well, like Charlie D'Amelio and them made it big.
I actually
Addison
don't even
Rae.
see Charlie or Dixie
I know,
anymore.
but they're now on, like, she'll put out a video every now and then and it'll get like, millions of views. But they have like their Hulu show. She's on like a show on Broadway.
I don't
like
see Addison Rae anymore.
Addison Rae has like a massive record. Like they've now graduated to like these kind of
They don't have to post every day.
mid-level celebrities. But yeah, a lot probably got, I don't know what Noah Beck's up to.
I'm sure they're all making money in some other.
I'm sure they're making money, but,
but
the
the
point is
platform
when I was
That's
first
like music,
on the platform,
right?
they
Who was
were the
popular?
only ones that showed up.
Right.
You know, where is Roddy Ricch?
Well, it's pretty rough. Apparently he just bought a Grammy from a guy. A guy found his Grammy at a yard sale or something.
It was storage locker.
I don't think things are.
That's my point. It's
It's a
entertainment.
rod. Yeah.
It goes. We move
I hope
fast.
they
into
save their money.
That was a great reference.
You like that?
Yeah. To pull that one out.
You know why?
Why?
TikTok.
Yeah.
They're like, here are 5 musicians that were so big in 2020.
Yep.
And number 1 was Roddy Ricch.
Yep. I don't see TikTok.
I still don't get how.
Hey, by the way, I just for the record, I love TikTok.
Yeah, so do I.
I love
We all
enjoying
do.
the content.
I just
Because
don't feel like things
even
like
when I go on Reels, I'll get like a weird ocean travel video and then some random young girl. Like, what am I getting here?
That's my question. My question is this.
Why can't you just hire those engineers?
Well,
with
if Zuck
MMA
stops
Zuck.
fighting,
That's what I'm saying. MMA Zuck, I know you want him to leave Oculus alone. So do I. Why can't you how can the best and brightest minds in America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, not just fucking make an algorithm that
because
does
they're
what
not
that
in
one
the
does?
office. They're remote. Let me tell you, TikTok office. Everybody is there.
Yeah, that's true.
In LA, in Seattle, I know people work at TikTok. It is an intense culture.
I'm
Like,
assuming
TikTok is-
Sheen's the same, right?
100% in office.
Like all of TikTok is one thing, an algorithm.
Yes.
That's it.
Because they're all together in the office working.
You're telling me you can't send a spy? We can't figure out an algorithm. It's an algorithm.
I know, but like you need smart people for
There's
that.
nothing about TikTok that makes it.
OpenAI in office. You see what they're putting out every week? 53 updates I get a week from OpenAI.
Yeah, I think
As
Zuck's
a
got to get off the
ChatGPT Plus customer.
He's got to
get off
stop
the
fighting.
wakeboard, get out of the octagon, figure out this fucking algorithm. We don't even have this problem. It's an algorithm. I don't get it.
I think for the sake of just America's youth, he's got to figure out the algorithm.
I mean, you can.
Selfish-
He's a fucking genius.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he's like,
But
fuck, this is too
YouTube
good.
can't. Shorts sucks.
I'm never even on shorts.
Reels sucks.
Yeah.
Real sucks.
Sucks.
It is just an algorithm.
Yeah.
If I clicked Reels,
Twitter's better now.
Twitter's so good.
Like I
Yeah,
click on a
Twitter's-
video
yeah.
and then the next one,
I like
just
the next
keep watching.
one. I watch 5
yeah,
videos.
I gotta say, even Twitter's just like For You page is really good.
The Twitter algorithm is so good.
Yeah.
So I just searched something on Michael Saylor.
Yeah.
Someone said did some interview. I was like, I want to read it. Or his pitch to Microsoft to
Yeah.
buy Bitcoin or whatever. Next 8 tweets, just interesting things about Bitcoin. And then I was like, not interested. So I wanted to change up my algorithm.
Yeah.
So then I searched Travis Hunter because I wanted to see Travis Hunter highlights, who won the Heisman. And then instantly everything, and now I know everything about Travis Hunter's girlfriend,
Fiance.
Mad at
She
him for
bad
looking at
news
the
from
cheerleaders.
what Twitter is saying.
Twitter's
Yeah.
saying she's bad news because she said, "Why are you talking to all these people? Pay
During the
attention to
Heisman.
me."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also like looking at the cheerleaders, flirting with the cheerleaders, apparently.
Yeah.
A lot of issues over there.
He should
But
be
she
able to do
put
what
him
he
on to
wants.
Lil Wayne, apparently. You saw
Lil
that?
Wayne I don't know. Did you watch the Heisman Trophy? You
No,
probably
I
didn't
just-
watch
I
it.
Twitter.
watched the speech.
I
Or
watched
TikTok.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Actually, with the kids.
So it's primetime, Lil Wayne and his mom.
His mom.
They were the 3.
Yeah, and his coach.
Coach.
He's like, I think, high school coach.
High school coach. Primetime's the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was the 4 of them, and Lil Wayne was there. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne had headphones around his neck. Why do you have headphones at the Heisman Trophy?
You never know.
You know why?
Might come up with an
When
idea.
you leave that ceremony, you put them on so no one talks to you.
Mm.
It's also probably just the look.
Yeah, it looks cool. He probably got paid a lot of money to wear those headphones.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, wonder who else is about to get paid a lot of money? Donald J. Trump. Let's bring him back.
The money just keeps on flowing.
We went 10 minutes without talking about him. We're bringing him back up. The snowflake libs are going to have to cash out for their lies.
So George Stephanopoulos obviously went ham on Trump.
What was that? Like, what happened? I don't know what this is about.
I think it was around the rape comment. That he's a rapist.
Right.
And
Like during that time of that trial or something?
yeah. And it kind of like that became like the poster child of like, and what really happened was they went to court and they lost. ABC lost and has to issue an apology to the president and pay $15 million to settle a defamation lawsuit.
So do you think if he had not won, this would have been ruled in his favor? Because this clearly is like, what, a month out of the election?
That's a good question. I would say probably not. I would
Maybe.
say probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it is a good wake up call to everyone.
When do you think
Because even on the Jay-Z
TikTok
thing,
defamation starts? Because there's like so many.
it won't. It's
big
because TikTok
influencers.
is over.
Okay, fine.
Right.
It's over.
But if they go to another platform, people are saying, I don't know, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever. People are saying crazy stuff about really important people.
It's all going to come.
Here's the biggest problem with defamation, though, in this, in our laws, is that you have to prove intent to do harm, which is very, very, very hard. Because all you have to say is, I was just reporting gossip news. There has to be proof that you intended to harm someone. And that's why defamation, even though you would think like, oh, everything's defamation. We probably defamed people on this podcast.
100% we have.
Oh, we definitely have. But we could, if anyone came to us, we would, our case would be, we're just reporting the news.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they won this one against ABC, but that's why these little influencers and shit will never get it.
Got it. So they're fine.
Yep.
He said,
Because it's very hard.
Basically, George Stephanopoulos said on air that President-elect had been found civilly liable for raping writer E. Jean Carroll.
Right. Which wasn't true.
Look, I think it's a really good wake-up call to everyone, including mainstream media, that they went so hard on him.
Yeah.
And it obviously backfired in many ways. But I think the thing that it has to come back to the middle is, like, to your point on the TikTok stuff, that stuff is going to start affecting. There'll be lawsuits soon.
Yeah, because those guys have millions of views on
Yeah,
these.
And I think
posts.
They will start getting lawyers, cease and assist. Like, if I'm Jay-Z and this thing whole blows over, I'd have my lawyer going after everyone.
My assumption is Jay-Z on TikTok is 1 billion views about all conspiracies.
Yeah.
But also all you have to do is say allegedly. It's just very hard. It's very hard to
I'm gonna
win a
take,
defamation suit.
You know, now that I want to think about something a little differently. On the topic of TikTok, maybe the reason why the algorithm is so good, it's doing something it's not supposed to be doing. And Zuck knows that. And Zuck knows that he's an American company and he cannot fucking do that.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone assumes TikTok's listening. So, like, they know
but
what
we
we're
know
talking.
that Facebook listens too.
Yeah,
Right,
WhatsApp's
so what could
definitely
they be
listening.
doing?
I don't know. Like, from a technical standpoint,
Meaning
could you
because they're-
have better, maybe because there's no like ethical reason for TikTok to follow any rules.
Right.
Whereas Facebook engineers are in America,
Right.
and they're like, nah, we're not doing that shit.
I mean, that's the only explanation that would make sense because
That makes the most
I
sense. to me.
actually
It does.
think that's actually a really good take
Yeah.
because I think
Post
Zuck
it on
knows.
TikTok. See if it gets viral.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Zuck knows that whatever they're doing is illegal,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to
He's already
jeopardize.
between Cambridge Analytica
Yeah,
and misinformation.
Right.
He can't toe
I love
line
that
him.
take. I love it
that's a good take because
Post
I
it.
just don't get how.
because there's no reason why
No.
Zuck's smarter than the CEO of ByteDance. Sorry, he is.
Yeah.
and also,
especially
like,
that new
couldn't
guy.
you hire
Yeah.
someone from
They
there?
put
Like,
the other guy in jail, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
okay, that's good. That's a good take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on TikTok. I'll actually get 3 views.
Put it on Facebook too.
Yeah.
Put it into your Reels.
It'll blow up on Reels. Okay, just shout out to ServiceTitan, 42% pop in their debut on the Nasdaq.
So this was a company that had raised a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's based out of Glendale, California. You know, not too far from here.
Yeah.
Was like one of these high flying tech companies that built software for like the trade industry, and they got valued.
Can you explain the business? I mean, if you want me to,
Well,
but
you can. I don't.
it's
really,
basically like contractors, plumbers,
yeah.
etc., and matching demand, supply and demand.
Great.
Software.
And so what happened was they were one of these high flying companies during 21, raised a lot of money. I think the peak that raised at like 10, 11, 12 billion dollars, whatever it was. And their last round had some pretty like aggressive terms on it. So basically the last investor forced their hand to go public. And originally the price of the company was around 5 billion when they went to market.
Yep.
And then the day before it was priced at 6 billion. And then I think minutes before it got priced at 7 billion.
And then went up 50%.
And then it went up
So
40,
it's like a $10 billion
$10
company.
billion. So like incredible outcome.
Wow.
And the good news is, I don't know how the structure was in the benefit of the company, if the value of the company got there, but like a lot of people in LA got rich.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I have a close high school friend
Yeah.
that was an early employee and saw like 21, thought he was really rich. And then obviously things happened. Now he's rich.
Yeah.
What a roller coaster. What a roller coaster from
I don't know.
What?
What a roller coaster from like thinking you're rich.
Yeah.
A lot of people took a loss after that and never recovered.
Yeah.
And then to come back and have this outcome is really.
So what I think is the most kind of optimistic view, that people are willing to bet on growth tech again, because they still lose money.
They lose money and they only grow 20%.
Yeah.
It's not like a
It's not growing like 80% a year, which is what
I think
you want
people
software.
are looking for new opportunities.
And I think this opens the floodgates for
this is what I
tech
was saying last
companies
week.
to.
When I saw it price at even 7 billion instead of 5, I was like, oh, it's on.
Yeah, no, I think this is great for anyone in tech, because I think you're going to see it. Like, I know a company that I'm an investor in. They saw this. They're like, oh shit, we got to go ASAP.
But were they one of these high flying ones that like got punished?
They did not get punished.
Okay. So they're fine then.
They're fine.
Yeah.
But now they see that.
Yeah. But what were they doing? Why didn't they go public already?
The appetite wasn't there.
But this is what we were talking about Trump's America.
Yeah.
Is like.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Once the momentum's back, everyone's hopping in.
Yeah. I mean, right now, like everyone knows the next 4 years.
No, I said this on multiple podcasts now. It's July 4th, 2026. You got to be rich by then and getting cash.
Because what's your worry at July 4th?
Doge.
Doge is done. They all leave.
I know, but
I don't think they're leaving Doge.
Elon, Vivek, they all said they're
leaving Doge.
Yeah, but Doge is just government efficiency.
No, but they're the ones with the ear.
Yeah,
they're still gonna have
do
the
you think
ear?
they're gonna leave the power?
You think they're gonna turn
These
down
are
the
power
ear?
hungry people.
No chance.
And before midterms.
And if
I think
Doge is
guess what? You know
successful.
He made a comment this weekend about privatizing postal service.
USPS. I saw
That's
that.
fucking incredible idea.
If Doge is viewed as successful on July 4th of
They're gonna give him
2026, Elon Musk is our president. We might as well just accept
Well, the
it.
problem is, I think Trump, and I think they've probably agreed to it. If I had to guess, Trump wants to go down as the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
And if Elon's the one advancing so much business success, he doesn't want to give him credit for that.
I think that's an opinion of yours that could be true, but also, like, dude, I'm telling you, watch the fucking Art of the Surge and watch the way that Trump talks to Elon. There is no issue with giving credit. He is like, whatever you want, Elon, whatever, take as long as you want, Elon. Like, it's literally, you see the dynamic between those two, and it is like, I don't think it's 100% likely. I think it's more that if Elon doesn't hurt in any way Trump's public perception of, like, if Elon's considered a net positive for the country, at the end of the day, Trump gets the credit. And so as long as he doesn't embarrass him or make him look like he didn't know what he was doing, I think Elon has the ear of Trump to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I also think the thing that in the rest of the country, nobody gives a fuck about Elon Musk. Just straight up, they don't. They're not like how people in Silicon Valley. And,
no, I agree.
Yeah,
it's a coastal thing.
Yeah, it's very much like that's Trump.
Yeah,
Trump's decision. Trump's America. Trump's Trump's golf course. That's it.
Whole 9 to 10.
Great
Yeah,
get that calamari.
Yeah, bring that goddamn calamari.
My
back.
Chardonnay, my fucking calamari. And Elon's not bringing it to me.
Yeah.
I know that.
So I think no matter what, he'll be around. I think the key piece, and this is what Drama said, it just has to make sure he looks good. The moment he looks bad, because of Elon, he's gonna look bad, right? Every president looks bad. The moment he's bad because of Elon, then that's where the rift begins.
If the public perception is that Elon's doing a good thing for the country, I think he has free reign to do whatever he wants for the whole 4 years.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling you, please watch that documentary. Both of you.
I will.
It's on Netflix or Apple. Where is it?
Apple.
There's the innovation of Apple again. One document.
Yeah.
By the way, Apple TV is also so pathetic. They put out like one show every 3
But they
months.
spend like hundreds of millions on each show.
I know.
Maybe you should spend less money. Give us more shows.
Or just figure out the fucking TikTok algorithm, you idiot. You could literally do an Apple.
You don't
fucking
even
app.
need any new shows ever again if you figure out the algorithm.
I mean, look at American time spent on TikTok versus Apple TV.
No, it's
Figure
not
out the
close.
fucking algorithm.
It's not close.
I know, but
Nobody's watching
that's what I'm
Apple
saying.
TV.
Like, it's all just one algorithm, and anyone can have it. No one gives a fuck about the TikTok brand or there's no UI that's so incredible.
No. It's just the algorithm.
Just the algorithm.
That's it.
Fuck. Okay, we should move because we have a lot of topics. I didn't
let's go.
realize how many we had. What is our striking? We have a list of striking findings from 2024.
Oh, yeah. There was one really interesting thing I wanted to call out on Pew Research. They did a whole striking findings from 2024. If you're curious, head to the pewresearch.org site. But the
PEW.
most interesting one is that currently in America, there are 101,000 Americans who are older than 100 years old.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
By 2054, they think that number will rise to 422,000.
Hmm.
And it sounds like that number would actually be like 4 million.
I agree. I think
the advancements there's sort of a compounding effect happening.
Yes.
From everyone I hear.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
It's something like if you can just live
a few more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what like a lot of Google senior executives say. Like, I just want to live long enough to live forever.
Right. Which sounds kind of reasonable, at least to like 120.
But the problem is the brain. That's what people discount.
Nicotine.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds like it
then
saves
maybe
everything.
I'm a billionaire.
You might be. The things on once again, TikToks, now that I watch some nicotine content, it's just like cures COVID, cures long COVID, cures vax injuries, Parkinson's, reverses Parkinson's.
Cures being woke.
Yeah.
That's the first thing it cures.
Yeah.
Nicotine is honestly, until I invested in this company, I never knew how much people did it.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
It's addicting. You know that, right?
I know. It's better than software.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah.
Do you know why Philip Morris got sued?
It's just funny that it's like potentially this beneficial thing hidden behind such a crazy unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
Because
But
everyone just thought nicotine cigarettes.
It's
Nicotine equals cigarettes.
I think the difference is that it's pushed by the wellness guys,
Right.
which cigarettes were never pushed by the wellness guys.
No, I think what's good for your portfolio is I think that right now, even Zins are still kind of looked at as like fratty, like dipping or something.
Yeah, counterculture. Yeah.
When it really soaks in that it could potentially be like a nootropic and all these things, if they can publicly say nicotine does in fact reduce your chances of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and dementia, which sounds like it might be the case, everyone will do it.
Yeah.
So
Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
Max Legavre, who was on the pod, super wellness dude, I think his dad had Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Zin, fucking sharp as a tack.
And no, but he's very particular about what he puts in his body.
Yeah.
And he's a nicotine dude. He's like, yeah, it helps the brain.
I think it's pretty likely.
Stats, I think the most important part of the stats were of the 100-year-old plus people, 78% are women, 22% men. 77% are what?
What?
Yeah.
The HW.
8% black, 7% Asian, and 6% Hispanic. And they're white Americans are suspected to continue that dominance like they did this year with 72% in the future. So
I hate to say it, but good for me and Josh here.
yeah.
We'll see on episode 4 million of group chat.
I mean, my gut tells me that's a function of income and resources.
Yeah.
That and just the willingness to try things, right? Like,
well, think about maybe I don't want to be out of pocket here, but all the wellness is pretty quiet still.
oh, wellness is a white thing.
Yeah, saunas, cold plunge is a white thing.
Yeah, like yoga and Erewhon. Go to Erewhon. What's the representation of? I
It's
just
all
feel
white
like,
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll change a lot. I think resources is something that will be harder to change.
Yeah.
But don't you just think?
Well, I think it'll change if there are thought leaders in each culture that are pushing, like, you know, like if there is an Indian wellness guy that is cool, looks fit, and like
I think it's changing because I know people in Bombay and Delhi, like obviously they're wealthy. They follow like a different.
When I go to India, I see only unhealthy people.
No, but I'm saying our age group, like my friends, they're doing like paddle. How do you say it?
Padel.
Whatever.
Padel.
They're doing that. They're working out. They have trainers.
I want to see how they look.
It's funny too,
like Ankit looks great.
Okay, that's one. You found one Indian out of 1.5 billion. Okay, the rest of the Indians are not.
They're not playing Padel. You're like, how do they look? You're like, well, Ankit looks good.
Yeah, he's got one. Most of them do not.
And he keeps sending me like wellness stuff.
Yeah,
but he's like, you should try this. You should try that. Yeah. Just as a friend, he's just like,
it must be resource because if we're talking about today, the people that are taking extra good care of themselves. But if we're talking about the people who are currently over 100, that must be all resources. In America, if you're 100 now,
did you watch the Blue Zone show?
You were born in 1925. Yeah.
Do you believe those biometrics of reversing aging? You know how Brian Johnson?
Well, it's reversing your biological age, which is like the length of your telomeres. And yeah, I believe it. But does that actually?
Because he doesn't look great.
Right. He looks kind of dead already.
Because
I don't want to.
He doesn't get any sun because he thinks that will age him.
He's aged.
Right. I don't like
the people that live to 100 and
I'd rather live less than look like him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give you an example. So I work with I think he's probably, I don't know his age, but late 60s, early 70s, Italian guy that lives in outskirts of Milan, an hour and a half outside of Milan.
Is he like a Blue Zone type fella?
This guy drinks like a fish, eats whatever the fuck he wants, literally eats.
But probably real food, right?
Yeah. So like in the last 9-10 months, I've had meals with him and many in Italy, Barcelona, Paris, New York, Miami.
But
LA.
never Taco Bell.
This guy eats, never Taco Bell. This guy eats crazy, drinks crazy. Yeah. Like wine, like 7,000 bottles of wine. He'll drink tequila, whiskey, whatever.
I think Italians have good genes.
But
he walks and has a good social life.
No, he plays soccer every single day.
Yeah.
He, in Miami, I was with him, and I was like, where were you this morning? Because I was texting him. He was, I was running sprints on the beach.
Right.
And he's in his 60s.
Oh,
yeah, he's obviously 70s. Very social. What? Social is a big thing. And
the best personality. Yep. Like the most fun. It's always jokes. It's always laughs. And it's just a good time. And so it's a funny story. So he went to China. Went to TikTok office. And he's like, he goes, he has a thick Italian accent. He's like, they know everything. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Of course I know that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm working with a team there. And the guy started showing me some data on me. And he goes, you like MILFs?
Damn.
They knew.
Damn. That's the other thing about their crazy good algorithm is they know everything. Damn.
And he's like, what do you mean you like MILFs? He's like, I see your videos you're watching.
It's true,
the TikTok office in China.
Yes.
Okay. So it's getting banned.
You got to ban it. Damn.
They know this. And like
we all probably have a chart that's like more accurate than we would even say about ourselves.
They know us exactly.
Yeah.
This guy likes MILFs.
That's what
Italian wines and soccer.
Fuck.
Chamath had a great point on this. Was that there's 200 million American users on TikTok. He's like 199,999,000. No one gives a shit what they're doing.
Yeah. Right.
But the 10 to 15,000 that are actually important assets,
right?
They're going to zero in on them.
Yeah. Like Zuck is on TikTok, right?
He's probably on a shadow account.
Yeah, but like, and probably with
they probably know that.
Bouncing.
They already know that, right?
Yeah. They probably have him with like some fucking...
They have his address.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone knows where he lives. So you can just go and back into, from that location, who's logging on and checking out.
What do you think? You think he's MMA? What do you think his TikTok algorithm?
Everything. I think he's consuming all of it. He's obviously consuming streetwear. He's wearing a Miri.
Obviously.
Where did he discover a Miri?
I mean, if
He
you
probably saw some cool guy on TikTok and he's
Yeah.
like, I need to look like
if you
that
have
guy.
a Miri and a new gold chain, you're
But
looking at
if
tits
you're
and weird
him
stuff.
with as much
Yeah,
security
he's probably
as
seeing
you
a hot chick with the guy. And he's
Yeah,
wearing a
he's
Miri and a
like,
gold
do you think
chain.
he
He's
has
like,
like his security and say like, yo, let me use your TikTok?
He must have like some super
Because he can't do it.
right.
Everyone knows they can get his. I mean, they fucking hacked Bezos. You think they can't hack Zuck?
I think he's a little
Yeah.
bit. Do you remember years ago when he did a company like town hall? And I think he took a picture and the camera on his laptop was
Yeah.
covered, taped.
Yeah.
That was
No,
the
no.
first time I'd ever seen that.
Duck was?
Zuck's
Yeah, Zuck.
was. This was like 10 years ago, maybe even longer.
He knew everyone's watching.
Yeah, and the camera on, and I was like, "What? What the fuck? This guy's covered?"
So I would guess his security guard, he just takes his phone and goes on TikTok.
But you would
And
think
he's
I
like,
mean,
"What? Oh, I need to see some hot girls dancing."
but let me tell you this, even way more than give me the tits. Even
Search it, George.
there's a new trend. They're all twerking. Like think about like Elon's phone and like, you know, he's talking about like technology that like essentially rockets.
And Elon's reckless. You know, he's just on his phone looking at shit.
I wonder, don't you think they must have some sort of crazy encrypted?
Yeah, they have to.
So all the important crypto people I've ever met all had Android phones for the last decade. No one had an Apple.
Because like Elon jokes and stuff about like people sending him memes and like whatever. Apparently Bezos' phone got hacked just from being sent a message.
Yeah, and someone from Saudi sent a message. You clicked a link.
You send a
and
funny
they-
meme to Elon, he's fucking clicking that
He's
shit.
clicking all day.
ASAP.
He's like, lol.
Right, lol, and then fucking here's all your
But
technology.
honestly, like no one would care if Elon had like.
no, I'm more talking about like the secret, the sensitive information he has.
Yeah.
My guess is that he has decentralized his entire business life,
Yeah.
that you can't even get to it.
I wonder.
I wonder. I'd assume Zuck has too, because they know anyone
Yeah.
can get to them.
Yeah.
But how did like the babes get to him, you know? How's Amber Heard get in touch with him?
I think he's just walking up to girls hitting on them. I think he's old school.
But he's probably just giving him his number. You're fucking send me Pegasus and and some nudes. Fucking, you know? I wonder how these guys are doing it.
Well, he's the only one. Everyone else is with someone.
Supposedly.
Yeah,
You know,
because
they think
even
everyone-
I was.
Maybe
Zuck's
not Zuck.
fucking
Maybe
around?
not Zuck. I don't think.
I don't think Zuck's fucking around.
Well, that gold chain makes me question something. No, that's not. You're not doing that for Israel Adesanya. You know who are you trying to look good for, Zuck?
Keith Rebois said when he's met with multiple presidents, he's like the security takes the phone away
Right.
because
Yeah.
they know it could be easily doxxed.
I wonder what they do. Okay, let's rip through some more. Here's some good news. Obesity has finally dipped
I
for the
think
first time in over a decade.
This is huge.
You know what else I heard the other day? This might have also been on Rogan, is there has been some early indicators that Ozempic and these things cure like addiction.
Yes, I've seen that.
Bro.
This is the greatest drug of all time.
But they also said it could cause vision loss.
Okay, so
I
do
think
you
they
think
should-
it's about the same thing as there are certain
You can't
vaccines.
see the alcohol to be addicted to it.
The COVID vaccine caused myocarditis in some people.
I think they should just
the
send
risk
out
reward.
COVID vaccine. I think for 2 months, Ozempic is free at CVS and give us some of those little passports again.
Yeah.
Everyone go get a shot. Sounds like everyone's going to be skinny and not addicted to
I will
anything.
say I do know people that have been on it and then they've stopped and they don't look the way they used to.
Okay, you just stay on it then.
Like in a good way. Oh, like they
put
gained
the-
it back.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard a lot of people with stomach problems from it.
I know, yeah, like diarrhea.
Or just, or like IBS.
Yeah.
Just general unease.
Well, look,
I think that's what the point is. So you don't eat.
True.
But I think that the main thing is the idea is that the drug, obviously it is an appetite suppressant, but like you should change your diet and your habits because you're not craving those
So
things
you're
anymore.
in New York all the time, and
Yeah.
I know you were early on seeing a lot of people using
I'm
it.
in LA.
No, I'm saying that New York cohort.
Yeah.
Are they still skinny?
Yeah, they're still staying with micro doses of it now. They look great.
Oh, so there's like a maintenance dose you can do.
Yeah. Or like, you know, you're on it for 3 months, you're off it for 3 months, you're on it for 3 months, you're off it for 3 months.
So they look much better than they used to.
They look fantastic.
Okay, good.
Sounds to me like nicotine and Ozempic, and we can turn this whole country around real
I
quick.
mean, think about it. The fact that it actually dipped, and it dipped very moderately, but we were
That's
on a
big.
freight train
Yeah.
of pigness
Yes.
for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's a glimmer
Yeah.
of hope,
Yeah.
slimmer of hope.
Slimmer of hope.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Freudian slip.
Yep.
But like the idea that there's a chance that like we could see a massive decline in obesity. It is the number one killer in our country.
Yeah, it causes
And-
everything out.
And it is a burden on our healthcare system. It is a burden on their lives, right? They're unfortunately not as productive,
Right.
because they're dealing with health issues. They're dealing with so many other ailments that come from obesity.
Everyone,
Right.
I mean, I think all the wellness people that I at least follow on TikTok,
Yeah.
soon to never get to hear from them again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
say it's weight loss and muscle strength.
Yep.
Those
My
are the
wife
two
did. I
things.
should get Ozempic. She's like, you don't want to take a little Ozempic?
Haley, did you get fat or something?
I've gained.
How much?
So I'll tell you my wedding weight,
Yeah.
which is what
That's
I
your
comp
fighting
my
weight.
life to,
Right.
was 175.
Okay. That's like fighting shape best you can do.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like 188 now.
That's not bad.
Mellow.
That was 8 years ago.
But that's just because you're too busy and stressed and you're eating bad and not running a lot, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
Like if I could do exercise every day.
Your fucking IPO weight, 174.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
IPO
you gotta,
weight. I'm gonna
starve.
Yeah.
No, I'll do Ozempic for that. Get a trainer.
But I'm just saying, then once you get a
I wanna-
little bit
you
You
of...
want to ring the
I
bell.
want to ring the bell with big muscle.
Yeah. And once you somehow, whether it's that or something similar, get a little bit of like freedom
Yeah.
and me time again, that's fine.
Yeah. But I feel fat.
That's, I think, actually, I know
I think
Haley's
the
half
feeling
joking
is worse than
of feeling fat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the clothes.
Yeah.
Like I went up a size.
Mm.
That didn't make me feel good.
It's so funny because I have the opposite problem, and I know, poor me, but like,
Oh, you're tall, white, and skinny. Go fuck yourself.
You're gonna live to 100. Great. Is like when I was always skinny, and so now when clothes fit me tighter, like I wore my suit the other night,
Yeah.
and it was like really tight, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I wore my suit the other night at the wedding in Cabo that we went to.
Yeah,
I was like,
Little
fuck,
snug.
it was just kind of
Yeah.
snug.
but whatever. You're just a little bit of free time away from.
I don't even need to be wedding weight. I need to be 5 pounds lighter, and I'll feel great.
You need 2 weeks for 5 pounds.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
very
nothing.
disciplined 2 weeks.
That's nothing.
It's nothing.
That's the problem. Once again, I know Haley's joking, kind of, but but the problem is like the Ozempic becomes such an easy crutch.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
not
yeah.
that you would do it, but there's a lot of people in a similar situation
Yeah.
to you that are like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do a cycle.
Can
You know?
I give you?
I'll do
Like, oh, I got
spring
a
Ozempic.
big wedding to go to.
Yeah, like Coachella's coming up.
Yeah.
Let me get on an Ozempic cycle.
Can I
before
give
it.
you something you should get?
Okay.
You get on Amazon a TRX band.
Okay.
You literally just clip it on anything in your house.
What is it?
The TRX.
It's like a resistance.
No, it's like your body weight. And my trainer came and showed me a workout and said, and he's like, look,
You pay me all this money. All you need is this.
yes.
right.
But he
What's
was
the
like
problem?
honest
What
about
is it physically?
But isn't it all food and alcohol for you?
For me, it's definitely.
Can you
alcohol.
explain the TRX band? Because you could do it better than I can.
It's like a piece of rubber?
You're just going to make fun of it no matter what we say. It's literally just a band with handles. It's just the exercises you lean back and do pull-ups or
Yeah.
you know
And
what
then
I'm
you
saying?
could do squat jumps and this and that.
Yeah.
And my trainer was like, I'm not trying to cannibalize myself, but if you do
This is
this
all
every
you
day,
need.
this is all you
It just
need.
multiplies what you can do with body weight way more. It's like
Okay.
a tool.
Got it.
But it's all food and
But
alcohol. If
you
you're
can
talking
do
about
this for
5
20
pounds,
minutes.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely it's food and alcohol for me. I mean, this weekend, I got wasted Friday night for a holiday party.
Right.
Wasted Saturday night for a holiday party. Friday night, I ordered Mexican pizza, no meat, bean, cheese burrito.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah, and then
2 weeks
nachos
of not
Bugande.
doing that. 2 weeks of not.
And
2
then
weeks
you're
of
about
not
to get on a plane and
drinking.
go get wasted.
Yeah, Saturday night, we went to Escuela on Beverly.
Yeah.
Had nachos, a couple tequilas, then went to a party.
2 weeks of decent diet and no drinking, and you're 5 pounds down.
Yeah, I think if I did no drinking for 2 weeks, I'd lose 10 pounds.
Yeah. That's whatever. Wait till you get a little stress relief.
Okay,
I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll get there.
Well, this week's you're screwed.
This week's fucked. I'm traveling.
where are you going? Okay.
You want to know how crazy my schedule is? Just so
I heard.
people can because I never share where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm leaving tonight. It's what time?
time's your flight?
8:45 right now.
Yeah.
I'm literally walking out of here, going to the airport. I have 11 o'clock flight to New York. Land in the morning. I have a meeting in New York.
Are you doing the shower
At the lounge.
Starbucks pre-order?
All
Jesus
that. And
Christ.
then I go to our office in Brooklyn for a meeting. Then at 1 o'clock, I turn around, go to LaGuardia, go to Miami for a meeting, just wake up early in the morning, hop on a flight back to New York, 2 nights in New York, Thursday, 6 a.m. back to LA.
Why can't you Zoom some of these things?
So I do some of it as much as I can. The problem is that the people that I'm working with now, if I don't come, it's like a sign of like disrespect.
Right. Are you meeting with like investors?
Big brands, big retailers.
So the New York meeting's a big brand?
New York meeting is someone who's flying.
Because that just seems inefficient to go New York, Miami, back to New York.
He's flying from Israel to meet me.
And when do you schedule these things? Like when did you schedule this week of travel? Last week?
Last week.
Yeah, you're going to be a little fat for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can't have that schedule and
And then the problem is I have to eat out every night. That's what kills me.
like your life before your wedding was not
No, not
like
that.
this. Yeah. It's
Eating
fine.
at home helps.
Get the bag
Yeah.
and then put down the bag of food. You'll be fine. Okay, we do want to end with Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, Donald
Yeah.
is just
Delivering hits.
Look, I don't want to say it. I don't want to keep talking about it. But, if you're he's like Drake, in 2000.
Well, that might not be the right reference.
No. 2000, like 10 to 2017.
Yeah.
Just hit after hit. The crypto is just on fire. I think when we came in here, Bitcoin was at 105K.
Yeah, hit 106. It's now hovering on 105.
Right. And
so all-time high.
Yep. Coinbase crushing it. Obviously all the
MicroStrategy got added to the Nasdaq 100.
Yeah.
That's insane.
even like Solana and all those things are just ripping.
And
Doge is 40 cents or whatever.
Coinbase will be in the S&P 500 by March.
So
they were rumored to be last week, but Apollo, the private equity firm, and another company got added. Yeah.
I also want to say, because I just learned this today, even though I'm a little late, like part of the reason why also I do think this is not investment advice, but I do think that crypto is a good Trump trade is because not only is he just very publicly supportive of it, like, so he says it out loud. He also, the people that he's appointing in different positions are very pro crypto. I also didn't realize until I listened to this Mark Andreessen Rogan episode that the previous administration was very like behind the scenes, very, very anti-crypto.
Yeah, of course.
Like debanking people and things like that. I didn't really realize that. So even just being...
Andreessen said that on Rogan too.
Right. So even being friendly to the industry of crypto behind the
They're
scenes...
dummies.
Yeah. Is a huge difference. And
so I think here's
and
what
once
I've
again,
learned.
Anand is the saddest rich guy I know.
Yeah.
So I think here are the interesting things that are happening in crypto. So CZ, who was just released from jail.
Oh, nice.
Welcome back, CZ.
He said UAE already has a Bitcoin reserve, United Arab Emirates.
Right.
There's a list of now like 25 countries that are of pretty sizable scale.
Shout out to El Salvador because he cleaned that country up. Even Javier Milei, all these guys, they did the drastic changes.
Javier Milei's Argentina.
Yeah. But I'm saying what he's done in that
both
country.
did bold moves.
And they're both
moves.
pro crypto and like they understand it. It's the future.
So
Pretty crazy
I
they
think
beat
there's
us to
like 25 major countries that are in active talks to make Bitcoin part of their reserve.
Yeah.
BlackRock just publicly said, we recommend 2% of your portfolio to be Bitcoin. So that's a $10 trillion asset firm that wants to allocate 2%. What is that? 200 billion?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
200 billion, right? That's a new buyer.
Yeah.
And there's less than 1 million addresses in the world that own one Bitcoin.
Right.
So it's just institutions and governments now.
Yeah.
There's no individuals buying one. I mean, sure,
There are
some
people.
ultra high net worths, whatever, but like it's a pretty small universe.
Yeah. So, here's what I would say. The one thing I've learned from investing that I was always wrong on is that you never fight momentum, right? Probably our number one clip on TikTok was when our friend joined us, Tobias, who said when he was at a hedge fund or trader, he said that the CEO of the company walked by him when he goes, "What are you doing?" "Oh, technical analysis." And he's like, "Why? It's a waste of fucking time."
Yeah.
But it's up and to the right. It just keeps going that way.
Right. I remember that.
Momentum is everything in investing. And Bitcoin momentum is, and I would say like, I'm not as bullish on all crypto blindly. Like even Ethereum has not performed like Bitcoin, right? Or Solana or any of them really. It's literally Bitcoin. The other ones are trailing. And then obviously shit coins, I don't play. So I don't know what's going on there. But like, if you look at when Warren Buffett entered Apple, you would have said Warren Buffett missed out on technology.
And he made
Warren
more money.
Buffett made more money on tech than anyone in the world.
Well, no, he made more money on Apple than he did in his entire career.
Yes, but I'm saying as he's not a technology investor, he made more on Apple than anyone in technology history.
Right.
All the VCs that have been betting, he made hundreds of billions of dollars investing.
Steve Ballmer might have made more.
Okay, well, he's not an investor. I'm just saying people that invest, no one made more money than Warren Buffett on technology. And he invested in Apple 10 years ago. Right? Like he just invested.
Yeah.
Right? Not too long ago. And the point is that like when you invest, you don't need to be the first. You don't even need to be the second.
Yeah.
You just have to be at the right place at the right time and ride the momentum of it. And
But the only thing don't you think this? I just want to ask you this. You can be really late if you have a lot of money.
No, I disagree. Because here's the problem. The richest people in the world, like the best performers, what is Warren Buffett, 20% a year for 50 years or whatever it is?
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's the best ever.
20%.
I don't even think it's that high, but
Let's just say
very few people have done even close to that.
We are all we're trying to do 1,000%. We're trying to do 100% a year or 5,000%. The right investment strategy is if you can get 15, 20% a year and you can allocate money to investing, you will become a wealthy person. And I think one of the things that why America is one of the wealthiest countries and it can even be wealthier is our population over indexes in exposure to the equity markets, right? Or just investing in general as a part of our culture. There is an opportunity to get a lot more people to invest into things. And if Bitcoin brings someone who's 22 years old that's an Uber driver that says, you know what, I'm going to put $10 a week into Bitcoin. They will become wealthy over time. It's just not going to happen. Problem is there's too much get rich quick mentality.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what I think you can invest into. Like you could have invested in NVIDIA this year. You didn't have to be a genius to invest in January.
Yeah.
You had to be a genius to invest 2 years ago.
Yeah, I guess what's worked for me is outsized returns. And that's obviously, you have to have a risk appetite to be able to stomach ups and downs.
I would say,
but I think from here on out, probably you will.
Now I'm going to de-risk.
Yeah.
But I also did see 90% drawdowns of my crypto holdings. Which is not insignificant.
Yeah, but
and no one would have held, and no one would have kept saying like, "Hey, I'm going to do it."
Right.
Yeah.
So it's two different mentalities.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying right now, you could ride the wave. The wave is going to be good.
Yeah, you could probably 10x.
You don't need to 10x. That's my point. Is that like Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, all he did was do 20% a year.
Yeah. No, so I guess it just. There's two ways of thinking about it, right? If you want to, I didn't start investing with the large capital base personally, right? It was pretty minimal.
Right.
And I just took outsized risks in the hope that I can make more money.
You got lucky, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm smarter than anyone. I'm just saying,
you're listening to the podcast, trying to hope that you get introduced to a really great investment is a very risky scenario, right? If you're just sitting here listening, how most people in America build wealth, like our parents, is they save money and they invested it. The problem is the biggest discrepancy in America between wealth and non-wealth are the wealthy people are always invested and the non-wealthy people have no exposure to anything, equity, crypto, real estate, nothing.
Right.
So the moral of the story is you have to invest. You have to take a portion of your money and put it to work. Like you need money working for you, not you always working for the money. And that is where people become extremely wealthy. The simplest formula is like, if you have a conviction that Bitcoin will be worth more, and in your idea, you said 10x pretty casually. You're
very
listening.
Casual.
What?
That's a base case.
Okay, so if you believe that, even if you believe that, you should sell Coupang tomorrow because Coupang ain't 10xing from here.
And put it all in Bitcoin.
Yes.
No, you have to diversify.
Okay, exactly. That's my point.
Now you're not a big risk on fella.
I think both are risk on.
Yeah, you guys aren't. This isn't a right or wrong thing.
No,
it's just.
I'm just trying to. Here's the thing: is people listen and they always want to know how should I get exposure. And the right thing is like if you have no money invested in anything, then it's really hard to create.
So wealth. I also think it's
you could start so small.
What position you are in your life. So I made a very calculated move in my 20s where I knew I could earn money, right? I knew I could earn a salary.
Yeah. Right.
So I just went balls to the wall and invested everything in high risk stuff.
Yeah.
Now that I'm married with kids, like you said, I'm de-risking. Right. Like,
and Dee's point, like, is the thing that I've seen, and I've actually seen this from people who listen to this podcast, which is to me the coolest thing in the world, is like, even the difference from like most people just kind of live check to check. Like, it's just what you do. It's just like the normal thing. Like, I got a raise, I'm going to get a new car, or I'm going to get a new house, or I'm going to add something to my house or whatever. And the difference of like just living check to check on a hopefully higher and higher salary versus like seeing something grow even 10% a year is just so different.
Yeah.
It's just such a more like peaceful way to live.
Yes.
And like, you feel like you're actually, like you said, your money is working for you instead of vice versa. And I do think the problem is everyone sits on the sidelines and listens to podcasts and hears about all these people getting rich and they like wait for the perfect one. Like, no, I'm going to get the next Bitcoin.
That's the problem. Now everyone's looking for the next Bitcoin.
Right.
You should just invest in Bitcoin.
The current Bitcoin is here.
The only thing you need to learn, you don't need to go to college for this lesson. It's called compounding interest.
Yeah.
Right? 10% over 10% over 10% over 10% turns into a lot of fucking money.
I mean, that's my point. Warren Buffett is the prime example of this. All he does is bet on pretty basic shit.
My goal is to get to 10%.
Yeah.
I want to get out of everything and be at 10%.
Also, I'll say it again.
When you have a pile of cash, 10% is a lot of money.
Yeah, and we've said it a million times before, but we'll say it again. It is crazy that pretty much all financial investments are benchmarked against the S&P.
Yeah.
Like if it's a good investment, it's because it beat the market.
So then why wouldn't you just beat the S&P?
Right. So like that is available to everyone, and most massive funds do not beat it over time.
No.
And it's right there available for everyone.
Yeah.
Also, things like Bitcoin, once again, not investment advice. It could go way down. I don't even think you could say it could go to zero anymore, but technically I guess it could. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think we're at the end of the party.
So I actually, the only argument that I've thought about and I've talked about with friends of why investing in funds. So like I'm an investor in a crypto fund and Paradigm, which I think is going to be it's already a great performing fund, whatever.
Yeah.
But a close friend of mine said, I wasn't going to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to buy Ethereum. I wasn't going to like invest in the space. Yeah. But I put money in the fund. And because it's locked up, I get the benefit of watching crypto rise. Because if I had bought Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would have sold it.
Right.
But you can't exit your position.
Right.
And that's the only like argument I have for why people invest in funds, because you can't sell it. It's not a liquid position.
Right.
Well, that fund isn't, but an ETF
No,
and
no,
S&P 500 is.
Right.
No, that's my point. You'll get out.
Yeah.
You're not going to let it compound.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, oh, I want a home improvement.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I want 50K for a pool
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it costs. Like,
Yeah.
But you just
More than
gotta.
that.
You
yeah,
gotta
sure.
dive into it. Yeah.
But my point is, because it's locked up, you get to let it compound and you can't do anything about it.
I got to compound onto this flight, so.
All right.
Let's compound you out of here. What do we got? Shout outs?
We got a big shout out.
What are you eating at the airport?
I don't eat at airports. Airport food's gross.
You're just going
You just
straight
said
in.
you ate a Mexican pizza, no meat, no beans.
That is incredible food.
They don't have that at the airport?
No. They don't Taco Bell at airports.
What airline
Really?
are you flying?
There's never been a Taco
What
Bell
airline
at
are you
airport.
flying?
American.
I don't know
They don't
that
have
term.
nice, they don't have anything?
The food's disgusting at airports. Objectively disgusting. I would never eat at airport.
I would love to see what is uneatable for a guy who loves nachos and fucking.
I love nachos, but I'm not going to have any nacho. I have standards.
Right. Okay, fair.
All right. From Colin. Hey, Group Chat fam. I've listened to every episode of Group Chat since day one, and also listened to Drama's Short Story Long podcast. But I wanted to give a huge shout out to Drama for creating We're Not Really Strangers. After hearing him talk about it on the pod, I bought the game to play with a girl I was casually dating at the time. The game night ended up being one of the most meaningful experiences we shared, brought us closer than all the previous 5 or 6 other dates combined. We loved the experience and connected so deeply that we played it again on our next date. And now we're 6 months into an amazing relationship and madly in love. We even text each other daily questions from the game and send selfie video responses to deepen our connection and continue learning about one another. I can't recommend this game enough for anyone looking to deepen their connection with someone. Thank you, Drama, for creating something so impactful. And shout out to my girlfriend, Tara, who's now a proud Group Chat listener too.
Well, thank you. That was a nice ad. Co-creating, I guess you could say, depending on which game you played.
Yeah.
But thank you. And Colin, I don't know, where do these shout outs come from?
The Instagram.
Okay, Colin, if you DM us, I'll send you a new, we actually have a new game that is made to scratch off and ask one question every day. So it'd be great for you and your beloved
What an ad.
girlfriend. Yeah, what a fucking
I think
ad,
Drama
man.
sent this in.
Yeah, I did.
Is this a
Turns out
burner
I'm
account?
Colin. Yeah.
It's a
I'm
burner
Colin.
account.
Yeah.
It's like a Kevin
What an
Durant
ad.
burner
This is
account.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but thank you. And
You should
shout out
do-
to the whole
do you guys-
winners team.
You know, what's going to be interesting? I have an interesting business idea for you.
Send it over. What do you got?
Okay. How old is the game now?
5 years.
5 years, right? So probably people met over the game or getting married, right? They got married.
Not only, let me tell you a quick funny story,
Yeah.
is so many people write us and ask us if there's any way that we can make a will you marry me card because they want to propose because they met using the game,
Okay.
that we keep them at the warehouse and we just don't advertise it. And if someone asks, we send them the
oh,
card.
that's so
And so
cool.
every week almost we get videos of people proposing by pulling the will you marry me card.
Well, my suggestion was a little different. Is post that. It's called We're Not Really Married. It's
Yep.
the divorce game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trust me, we get
That's a
those.
good one.
Yeah,
It is.
We get
I mean,
those
half of
choices.
America's divorced.
Yes.
That's a pretty untapped market.
What's funny is the number one thing that we get is I met my future wife playing the game.
Yeah.
But the number two thing we get is like I was dating someone and I played the game with them and I realized I hated them. So
That's number two. Find out who they are.
number two most common is like I liked them. We had some great dates. We were getting serious, and then we played the game, and it made me realize I didn't like them.
but it's
So-
good to get to the solution.
Right?
Yeah, I know you saved them
Either
all
way,
the
I
time.
feel like it's a good service. But
Amazing.
yeah. But thank you, Colin. Shout out to the winners team. Shout out to Kareen who made the original game.
Yeah, shout out Crane.
And
I
shout
think there's
out.
a partnership with divorce attorneys you could probably make.
Like on the way out of the court here.
I'm
You want to
into
meet
it.
someone new?
Yeah.
Try this game.
Yeah. I'm into it. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
You know, the last thing, I know we're going long. When we drove from Palm Springs back to LA, every single billboard is a personal injury attorney.
I know.
Every single billboard from here to Disneyland, personal injury attorney. What's going on?
It's a great business.
It's a great business.
It's like, you know how profitable personal,
And then varicose veins. What's that?
where your
see
veins
that.
pop out.
Yeah. We have like the spidery.
It was just one after the other.
I mean, a friend of mine who you guys know, kind of, just got in like a fender bender accident, and he said that like he's gonna go to a personal injury attorney, and like the whole thing is just a racket that they're ready. Like he went to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor was like, "Oh, does this hurt?" Like, yeah. Oh my God, does this hurt? Like, because like she's racking up her bills.
I kind of know a little more about this than I'm leading on, but 150 billion a year is settled.
Yeah, it's a
for-
good-
Why are you fucking asking that question?
It's a good
What are you
business.
doing an ad to? You fucking scammer. FTC would sue you. Lena would come after your ass for your lying.
Not in a month.
No, but it's only in these like random areas.
What are you talking about? Every billboard in LA.
No, West Hollywood just
Olympic
Netflix.
and San Vicente. Every billboard's personal
right.
engineering.
West Hollywood on Sunset, it's just movies.
Sunset.
Yeah,
Sunset's
that's
all,
Netflix
yeah.
because Netflix owns all of them.
As soon as you leave Sunset, then you get into American Apparel, and then you get into personal injury attorney.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Yeah, I think it's a huge business.
Anyways,
Everyone's
All
right.
right. I gotta go.
he's got to go eat some nachos.
Okay.
No late night eating.
Yeah. I mean, you just want 5 pounds. That's so easy. But I get it, dude. I wouldn't, if I had to travel like you.
The travel eating is a real problem.
Are you out Wednesday? Just
I'm
me and
out
Drama?
Wednesday, yeah.
Drama, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
Okay. Thank you for listening. Everyone have a great week. Peace.